I'm just heading out to the apiary, but I had to jump on here and share this. Most people think beekeeping is about honey or flowers, but looking at these hives, Chitevo Gokman Hinchko Hin Ong, I've realized it's actually the best lesson in capital allocation you'll ever get. Catching you guys from the car today because business doesn't stop, and neither do the bees. You see that 1/4 frame right there? Those 5 hives have taught me more about capital discipline and liquidity than any finance textbook I've ever read. Most people think beekeeping is about honey, weather, or flowers, but if you look closely, it is actually about capital allocation. 5 beehives can teach more about capital discipline than many finance textbooks. In small systems, mistakes are visible and capital is limited. There is no abstraction, there is no spreadsheet illusion, there is only input, time, and outcome. If you have enough money for 5 hives, would you buy all 5 at once, or would you start with 2 or 3? That decision reveals how you think about capital. Do you prefer speed or durability? Do you value expansion or flexibility? In theory, more hives mean more honey and more revenue. But theory ignores timing. Beekeeping is seasonal. Capital goes in months before income comes out. You invest in wooden boxes, frames, foundation, feed, and time. Revenue appears only during harvest. Between those 2 moments lies uncertainty, and uncertainty is where capital discipline matters most. The gap between investment and income is the real lesson. Capital allocation is not about maximizing activity, it is about surviving the gap. Many small operators fail not because they lack effort, but because they underestimate time. They underestimate how long capital remains locked. When you allocate capital into 5 hives at once, you lock your liquidity. Your money becomes wood, wax, and bees. It cannot move. It cannot respond. If the season turns weak, your capital is trapped, and trapped capital creates pressure. Pressure leads to rushed decisions. Rushed decisions destroy margins. Now consider a different approach. What if you start with 3 hives and keep part of your capital in reserve, not out of fear, but because flexibility has value. Optionality is capital. Cash on the side is not idle. It is strategic energy waiting for the right moment. That reserve allows you to replace a weak queen, expand at the right time, or survive a poor flowering season. In small systems, optionality is survival, and survival is the first return on capital. The second lesson is that growth is not the same as scaling. Adding more hives increases workload, but it does not automatically increase efficiency. Each additional hive must improve return per unit of effort. If it does not, complexity grows faster than discipline, and complexity quietly consumes profit. 5 hives are manageable. 10 require structure. 20 require management systems. Labor becomes the hidden cost. Transportation becomes friction. Maintenance becomes recurring drain. Hidden costs rarely appear in optimistic projections, but they always appear in real life, and real life determines sustainability. The third lesson is concentration risk. If all 5 hives depend on the same flowering season, your income relies on a single event. A storm, a heat wave, or a delayed bloom can shake the entire system. Diversification is not just a Wall Street idea. It is a rural survival principle. You diversify timing, location, and exposure, even at the scale of 5 hives. Capital allocation is about reducing fragility, not maximizing output. Output looks impressive. Resilience lasts longer. The fourth lesson is reinvestment. Suppose your 5 hives perform well and generate cash. The temptation is immediate expansion. Buy 5 more. Double production. Move fast. But capital discipline asks a different question. Is expansion the best use of cash right now? Should some of that capital strengthen the existing system instead? Better equipment, improved genetics, more efficient extraction, or simply a stronger reserve fund? Growth consumes capital. Resilience protects it. Small operators often choose growth first. Professionals prioritize stability. The 5th lesson is return on capital under stress. Return is not just about profit. It is about stress-adjusted profit. If 5 hives generate moderate income with manageable effort and controlled risk, that may outperform 10 hives that create higher revenue but double uncertainty. Capital allocation is not about ego, it is about sustainability. Revenue impresses outsiders, liquidity protects insiders. In large corporations, capital allocation decisions happen in boardrooms. In small systems, they happen in fields and apiaries. The logic is the same. Where does each dollar go? How long is it locked?
Khung này chất lượng
What
lắm, đầy mật
risks
rồi,
are
mình lấy thôi.
attached?
Vâng, trong
What
trường hợp
Mùa
flexibility
này bội thu thật,
remains?
mật ong chất lượng cao, khách hàng rất thích.
Five
vậy, công sức của
beehives
mình đã được
force
đền đáp xứng
clarity.
đáng.
Because there is no place to hide inefficiency. There is no investor bailout, no scale illusion, no easy credit cushion.